Tell us that so we wear makeup and stuff.
I have it on. Okay, we're going to start off our meeting. Good afternoon, good evening. Thank you for joining us today. Tonight, we're going to be recording our meeting for YouTube, so if you want to view the meeting, please do so on YouTube. April will be putting on there. I'd like to introduce Shauna Pirelli, our event chair.
So I just want to say hi and thank you to everybody for coming tonight. Now that we're in January, I feel like we have a very clear path on our end in May. Not the end, but our highlight of the year in May. So thank you guys. It's going to be real fast from here on out, so look forward to the ride. Two announcements actually. January 18th is a Saturday at 5 p.m. The committee, past and present, will be meeting at Islands in Newbury Park for happy hour. You must make yourself happy when you come, but you're on your own dime. But we would love to get a chance to hang out with everybody outside of the relay meetings. So it's great to just meet people, mingle. Also, if you're interested in joining the committee, great opportunity to just come and talk to people and find out what their experience has been like. So January 18th, 5 p.m. Islands. Second quick announcement, the offline donations. I know a lot of you turned in money at our December meeting, and I have to apologize because our offline chair is still in the throes of getting his access to our system. So I talked to him today. He's about halfway through. Should be able to get those offline numbers logged in, bless you, on within about a week's time. So if you haven't seen your numbers, that's why, and our apologies, but we haven't forgotten, and they will get there. That was a lot, sorry.
Okay, before we go on with our presentation from the American Cancer Society, I just want to make sure everybody's invited to some fabulous food from Veggie Grill. Thank you, Veggie Grill. And now I'd like to introduce Greta. She is from the American Cancer Society, a volunteer, and she's going to be speaking about one of the programs offered by the American Cancer Society here in Ventura County. A lot of times we want to know where our money goes, and she's going to talk about the program and actually tell you where that money goes. Some of the money goes to fund the program. Greta.
Thank you, Frank, and thank you, Charlotte, for having me here, and good evening and welcome. I would just like to give you a very brief overview on the Look Good Feel Better program and how it came into being. It started out in the planning in volume up. I should have brought my microphone. In 1989 was when it actually came into a being. It was under testing a year before that when they were working on it. But it is a program that it's put together with conjunction with American Cancer Society, and they changed their name again, Personal Care Product Council, and the Professional Beauty Association. So the Personal Care Council is the one who actually puts together the video material and the kits that the patients are given to when they come into the program. They get a kit of makeup, and the makeup kit is valued anywhere from $250 to up to $400, and it's given one time per patient, per occurrence of the cancer treatment. But they are all donated products from different corporations, so the whole organization basically is all donated and volunteers, other than the corporations involved. And they are put together, the kits, into color-coordinated order, and we have kits for light skin, medium skin, and dark skin. And one of the things that is always fun about these kits is when you're doing the program is that you never know what's in the kit. I mean, you know that it's a light, medium, or dark, but you don't know the products are in it because they're sealed and they're opened up as they're given out. So we have none of this material we can show to you here because it has to be shown at actual presentations for the patients. But anyway, that's what the personal care organization does. American Cancer Society's involvement in the program is that they need to put together the location for the program where it's being held. They need to secure it, and then they need to contact the volunteers who are coming in to do the program. They also must take the reservations for the patients attending the program, and they must, according to the reservations that we have, then they in turn order the boxes of makeup kits, and then they're shipped out from back east into American Cancer Society, who in turn then brings them into the location where we are waiting for them and waiting for the patients to do the program. But it is all very, very technical, and it's all very well monitored so that none of the product is going to go into the wrong hands. That is basically what American Cancer Society does, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. The Professional Beauty Organization, which consists of the barbers, and the National Cosmetology Association, which they merged a few years ago, and they are now called the Professional Beauty Association together. We have to be I retract that. We must be licensed cosmetologists, manicurists, facialists, licensed makeup artists, cosmeticians basically is the correct term for that. Or if you're in a barbering, then you have to be a licensed barber. Or you can be a licensed nail technician in order to come in and conduct the liquid feel better program for the patients. And at the same token, we have our license from our profession. But then we have to be credited and licensed, not licensed, but certified by the American Cancer Society, as well as the the Personal Care Product Council. We actually have to go through a certification program where it's normally used to be one-day program. I believe that it is now done on the computer video conference and can be done that way. I'm not sure if the first time program can be done as a video conference, but I believe so. Because originally it was like a full day affair, and now it's been cut down to a few hours. We also must be certified every 2 years in order for us to keep doing the program, and we have to be right on top of everything, that it's the latest product-wise as well as the patient-wise. And this is also very important for you to know that it's completely confidential. We have nothing to do with the patients other than we have their name. If they volunteer some information, that's fine. But we, as people doing the program, never can repeat anything that goes on in that room, because it's just very confidential, and the patients have to feel free to express themselves, and they talk to each other, and we hear a lot of things, but we do not repeat them, because that would be breaking the confidentiality of the patients in the session. It is also non-medical, and it is a brand neutral program, meaning that we do not promote anything during the program. And it is definitely a national public service program, but American Cancer Society basically is all about too. And this program it's very well received always when we do it. There are some group programs for the Liquid Feel Better program, and they're basically geared for adult women. We also can do one-on-one consultation. Of course, all of this has to be booked through American Cancer Society. Self-help materials for adult women as well as men. And there are also group programs available for teens, girls and boys, ages 13 to 17. And I have to say that I am not 100% positive if we are doing those in our area yet because I haven't heard any. And I haven't really checked into it, but they're available. If there was a reason to need one, I'm sure that it can be worked on and it can come about. Who normally can attend the programs are obviously the patients because it benefits them. They can have a family member with them or an interpreter. And of course, we always invite prospective volunteers who would like to come in and see what we do during this program to come in and observe us doing it because it's a lot of fun. And now I'm going to talk a little bit about what goes on during the Look Good Feel Better program. As I have to always do an overview, a little bit of it, which is not as lengthy as I did right now. I don't think so anyway. But we go through a makeup, we go through nail care, we go through hair care, meaning wigs, basically, wig care. We talk about how to take care of the wigs and what you should look for if your prognosis is such as you're going to be losing your hair. And normally, you got to be very sensitive to the persons in the room, and they have to ask you. You don't really tell them that they this and this. But if they bring up the topic of, how do I know when I need to get my hair cut if somebody has very long hair? And we normally tell them that according to your doctors, what the doctors are telling you, or your oncologists are telling you is, listen to them. If they tell you you're going to lose your hair, then we suggest that you gradually get it cut shorter and shorter and shorter. Because it's very dramatic to a person to lose the hair all at one time and have it cut. And since I've been there many times, literally and figuratively shaving someone's head, I think it hurts me sometimes more than it does the person sitting in the chair. And by talking about it, I had tears in my eyes because I'm a little softy. If this monitor is supposed to be on, it's not on. I can't see myself anymore. Okay, I just wanted to make sure that it is supposed to be on. Not that I really need to see me, but anyway. So when we explain to them that they need to go step by step shorter, some people will just do it that way, and then some people will just take it up on themselves and say, okay, I'm going to lose my hair. I just went ahead and had it shaved off. And then that's where the wigs come in that are donated. And they're all donated. And if persons who are attending the group ask for wigs, then the American Cancer Society normally sends over a few of the wigs. We do not have any of these supplies in our possession, as I've already said, so they have to be brought in. And they can, pick out a wig if they find one. Then we help them to understand what needs to happen to it and how to take care of it. We can give them little tips what to look for if it has to be restyled, which it most always does. And they can either take it to their hairdresser or a wig stylist and have it done. Because we don't do that during the session. But the wigs are, they're a very important part of the program also. We also do head wraps. There is a head wrap called a T-shirt wrap where we actually take a T-shirt, and we have had several of them from this program as well as some of the other programs, some of the old T-shirts. And they're normally the large size T-shirt works the very best. What we do is we cut it right below the arms right here. And we take the tube and we make a head wrap out of it. And we sew them and teach them how to do the head wrap, which is kind of interesting to do. And I wish I had brought one, but I didn't think about that. But then I needed the model to sew it on anyway. But it's just the draping of it. We show them how to use different scarves to wrap around the hair when they don't have any head and they don't have any hair, as well as hats. You can do a combination with the hat and a scarf. You can do combinations with scarves. You can add a little jewelry on them to make them look a little more presentable and make you feel a little bit more like you're really looking good instead of people looking at you like, oh, you've lost your hair. And the whole point is to try to make people feel good and so that they don't feel that they've lost their hair. But we do a lot of that. And I know that there is a periodically has been available like hand crochet, hand knit. And I believe that they're also volunteer. Oh, you brought them over. And they're all donated by the volunteers who do them. And those are always wonderful. They're always a hit in the program when we have them in the program. People go in and say, I think I want that one, I want that one. Which makes it nice. And then we talk a little bit about a nail care because they have to be very careful that they do not get any cross-contamination by going into the manicuring salon and having their nails done by somebody who has the sterilizer with the tools in, with the handle in the sterilizer and the points up, which is a no-no. But you can walk into most any nail salon and you see a lot of them still have a tendency to do that. It's okay if they do that if they have taken that set of utensils out from the sterilizer and they're only using it on that one person. But if they don't then put it back in the sterilizer, clean it and put it back in the sterilizer, it's a no-no. Because you don't want any bacteria on you because your system is very susceptible to a bacteria. So we always remind everyone of that. And wigs and scarves and makeup is the one thing that everybody always really enjoys having it done. And we call it the 12-step makeup program, where we go through a cleansing, toning, moisturizing, sunblock, which is very important. And then we go in and we do the cover-up cream, foundation. We do eyeshadow, eyeliner, mascara, little cheek color, lipstick. And in the process, we explain to people how the steps work. And, you know, if you don't have any eyebrows, okay, we'll show them how to do that. And it's really very rewarding. And I've been signaled that my time is pretty close to up, but I want to leave this with everybody with this. When we start to do the program, and we're waiting there for the patients to arrive, and they come in to this particular program, they are kind of down, they don't feel good, they're very unsure of themselves, and they're looking for support. And they're looking for other patients who are in the program. And then they converse and they talk to each other and they compare their notes. And then we finally get into the program of doing the makeup, and we put a little bit of makeup on here and there. And they don't have to do it if they don't want to. They can if they want to. But it is amazing the reward that I get at the end of the program, or anyone who does it, is because you see these patients now smiling, they're feeling good about themselves, and they will tell you that. They said, oh gosh, I feel like I should go dancing. I feel like I should go out to dinner, because they have a makeup on, and if they had a wig that they needed to have, they have the wig on, or if they have a new head wrap that they hadn't had before, they really feel good about it. So we kind of need to get the word out for the patients that, you know, there are programs available, and Look Good Feel Better program is one of them, right along with several others, and I'm sure that Frank and Sandra will point out some of the others, like prostate cancer support group, and there is so many other things involved. But anyway, anyone has any questions? Do we have time for one or two?
Yeah.
Okay. If we have any questions.
Do you know how many women they served last year out of their office?
You know what? I had the information, but I didn't bring it, and I don't remember what it is. We served quite a few people. Yes.
If people are interested in volunteering or helping people going through treatments to participate in one of these programs, is that information available through the website?
I believe so, that there is some information on that available through website, but you can also call the ACS office. The number's on the board. And I can give it to you too if I look it up. I can never remember it. I got too many numbers in my brain. Any other, you have a
My
question?
question was, if you have somebody to refer to this program, they just call the 800 number?
They call the 800 number, or they can call the local number, or they can call the local number. They can call the local number.
What is the local number?
We can get that for you.
I thought I wrote it down. Let me see. I didn't write it down. But they can call the local number, or they can call the 800 number. They will get you. And one other thing, we do the Look Good Feel Better programs right here locally in Las Robles Hospital, and it is bi-monthly, every second month. No, Las Robles is every month, every second Monday. Simi Valley, which is in the Aspen Center, Nancy Reagan Breast Center, that one is first Monday every other month. And a wellness community, which now has a new name, Cancer Support, something, used to be wellness, right here off of Hampshire Road. Last Monday every 3 months. So we do have the programs available in the area. So, and please call the American Cancer Society's local office. They can give you more information. Thank you for your time. Thank you.
Okay, now we're going to talk a little bit about Fight Back. Sarah Moss?
Okay, so Fight Back. I'm going to start off with the mission statement for this relay in general. It is the American Cancer Society is a nationwide, community-based, voluntary health organization dedicated to eliminating cancer as a major health problem by preventing cancer, saving lives, and diminishing suffering from cancer through research, education, advocacy, and service. So this month is January, and the cancer that's being supported this month is cervical cancer. Colors are teal and white, and we had a few of our committee members wear teal and white to support. So I will give a few points on how you can help prevent it, how you can help prevent the precancer, basically avoiding any contact with the HPV virus. Don't smoke, because it's an important way to reduce the risk of cancer, especially cervical cancer, and get vaccinated. So vaccinations are a really big thing. And I wanted to end with something it's a nice fact that just came out yesterday on the American Cancer Society's website, that in the last 2 decades, deaths from cancer have gone down 20%.
Okay, now we're going to talk a little about our theme for 2014. You know, I've been over in Thousand Oaks for 3 years, and I tell you, this is probably the best theme that we have, only because we can encompass so many of our personal touches into Relay. As you can see, we have the color chart. So this year is going to be color of my Relay. So this month is cervical cancer month, so you would find the cervical cancer, which is the teal and white. And so on my team, I may have someone with cervical cancer, or someone that's representing someone with cervical cancer, maybe lung cancer, liver cancer, or brain cancer. And so what we would do at my tent, if this was my team, we would have those multiple colors designating what we're fighting for or what our passion is. And also we'd have some type of a message about brain cancer or cervical cancer at our campsite, because we want to incorporate our Fight Back message with that at the same time. And this way, as people walk around the track throughout the event, they'll get to see the multiple cancer colors. And what they'll find is that you'll find that somebody that may have that cancer will stop by, or someone that they know someone is going through this type of cancer will stop by just to read that information. And I tell you what, you'd be so surprised how many people are impacted by cancer or close relatives that they don't really know much about that cancer. They know the person's got this cancer, but they know nothing about it. And again, we have the number for ACS up here, and the website is cancer.org. Please take a look at that information. Go on the website. It's continuously being updated with a variety of information on various cancers. And for your campsite, all you have to do is go to the ACS website and get all the information that you want to download and put it into that information, because it's very simple and it's broken down to different things, you know, symptoms that are important for us to know about that specific cancer. So as you go onto our website at relay.org, you'll see that we have the color chart there. So as you're planning your event with your team, make sure they're all aware of the color chart and make sure everyone in your team is represented. Because just because you have one person that doesn't have anybody impacted by cancer, they may be there because they're supporting a friend or a close coworker that has some specific type of cancer. And what a better way to remember or to honor someone than to dedicate your event to that person, or that team member is going to say, I'm standing up for brain cancer and this is the color. And everyone that stops by, you'll say, okay, this is for my friend, my neighbor, my coworker, or something like that. So give that some thought, and as we go through, as we prepare for Relay, we'll be discussing the color chart, and that information, again, is on the website, so take a look at it on the website and share it with your team members. So we're going to talk a little bit about the Survivor Coupon Book. We did it last year, and it was a huge success. Last year, we had about 150 cancer survivors that show up. And what we have is that each team is asked, and again, it's a voluntary participation, but what a better way to have interaction with the cancer survivors and their caregivers. What we ask is that you have some trinket at your campsite, whether it be a lollipop, whether it be a coupon if you're doing a raffle. A lot of teams did raffles last year, and so for every survivor, we'll get a coupon book. And when they go to your site, you'll have a coupon that says, you stop by our tent and we'll give you a raffle. So you check it off on their book, they get a free raffle into that price. That's how simple it is. But I tell you what, you know, one of the things our cancer survivors and their caregivers really appreciate is you taking the time to honor them. They may not know you. They may not have seen you before, but for that moment in time, they are so thankful for your thoughts. Last year, we had a team that every time a cancer survivor went by, they rang a bell. And all they saw was a purple shirt. So it's nothing that you have to go out and be expensive. It's just be creative, be simple with something. Because we have, you know, we're hoping to have over 100 teams. So we don't expect every team to have something, but we do expect every team to have some type of activity or some type of acknowledgement for our cancer survivors. We don't have any youth teams here tonight, but I do want to make sure that we get it for YouTube about our youth teams. Our youth teams are so important to our event. And because they're so important, we want to make sure that they're well informed. For all the youth team captains out there, please make sure you go to our website, take a look at the forums, start thinking of a chaperone, because last year we had parents that showed up to the chaperone meeting and says, what is this all about? So make sure you're communicating with your chaperone what the event is about, what it entails, and that it's a 24-hour event, and that we expect to have a chaperone at the event for the 24 hours while your team is there. If you don't have a chaperone, unfortunately, you won't be able to spend the night. So it's important to have a chaperone. Probably the most important thing for our youth teams is that you have a waiver signed by a legal guardian or a parent. Without that form, the person cannot stay at the event past 9 o'clock at night. Everybody signs a waiver, but there needs to be a parent that needs to sign that waiver if they're going to spend the night for the overnight. So please, that's important to have done. And again, those forms are our website, so just go to our Relay website under the Captain's Toolkit. So now let's talk a little bit about fundraising. April. as with anything, you always have technology, you have a glitch. We have a glitch. So we're going to move forward and talk a little bit about something else. Earlier, we heard that Greta talk about the American Cancer Society program. A couple questions were asked. How can I get involved? How can I volunteer? You can call our local office in Ventura and sign up. And when you sign up at the local office, you can designate the specific program that you want to help with. Either be a driver, be able to assist at the office. I mean, there's all sorts of volunteer positions for our volunteers here at the American Cancer Society office. So don't feel like you need to have some specialty to get involved, because we will train you, they'll provide you with all the tools to be able to do what you want to do there. And we really encourage our participants and our team captains to, when we're not in the relay season, to dedicate an hour a week over at the American Cancer Society office. You'd be amazed to meet some wonderful people there. We back on technology? We're back.
We're back. Okay.
If you weren't here for the last meeting, we talked about your dashboard, and we just want to keep repeating that. Make sure you use your dashboard to send out your emails, to, if you have Facebook, use the Facebook app to request, ask for money from your friends, or just remind them what you're doing. The other big thing is make sure if you have any fundraising that's coming up, that would be restaurant nights, or I heard someone was going to have a yard sale, things like that, tell us. So email us, and you'll be emailing us, and it should be on the very bottom of the page. It says relayforlifeto@aim.com. And it would be myself or John. And if you email it to us, we will post it on the fundraising part of the Relay website. And it will be posted also on the Relay's website for Facebook. And that kind of helps get out the message to both people that are following Facebook and anyone who's checking out the Relay website. But we want to make sure you guys keep doing that, because I really haven't been getting much from anyone. So we need to start kicking into gear. If you have any questions on any fundraising, you can always email us and ask us. We can give you ideas. There are even ideas under the Team Captain Toolkit on the website. There's also forms on there for sponsorships or business card requests, see if anyone wants to be a business card sponsor. There are all those forms on there, and that's what the website's for, is to help you out. So please try to do that and get the fundraising going. Yes?
One reiteration, a lot of times people like to do food sales, and since we can't have food sold by individual teams the day of, we can do anything we want with food in advance of the event. So if you really like to bake and you like to cook, you can host a spaghetti dinner, you can do all those things in advance of our event. And I would recommend you do that just because you can't do it every night.
Yeah, you can do food fundraising like spaghetti night or bake sales, stuff like that. There is no food, no candy, nothing that's prepackaged. That's going to be at the Relay event. We're not allowed to sell any of that there. So anything food-wise, candy-wise has to be done before the actual event. Is there any questions on fundraising? And if you make things, like someone brought in hats, you can bring in stuff during the actual meeting to also do your fundraising. Okay, thank you.
As we talk a little bit about fundraising, one of the things that one of the team does is she's a teacher at one of the local schools, and what they do is they go out and have a coffee with muffins on Fridays. And so all the other teachers could come in and purchase that. And I'm not sure what she sells it, but I believe last year they raised like $400. So, I mean, there's an assortment of things that you could do for fundraising. And again, it's limited by your mind only. You can do as many things, outside the box kind of things to get it done. If you know any other organizations that may want to team up with you to do a fundraiser, as long as you're a nonprofit, other nonprofits could do a fundraiser with you. So there's nothing there. So if you have a friend that runs some type of a nonprofit fundraiser and they're going to do a fundraiser, you could say, hey, can my team come and help out for a certain portion of the proceeds that you get, and then they can split it. So be creative out there. Think a lot about the different things that you can do for fundraising, because it's almost endless. And if you run out of ideas, go to the Team Captain Toolkit on the website, and there's probably 8 pages of fundraising ideas that you can come up with. And it covers all range of ages, people in middle school, high school, college, the adults, you name it, it's on there. And give you some ideas, especially if you own a business or you're a worker in a business, there's some great ideas that you can do for your employees to do there at your workplace for a fundraiser. Talking a little bit about fundraise, we're going to have Joaquin talk a little bit about his fundraising idea.
Happy New Year. I think I spoke to most of you were here last week. So I'm going to briefly talk about a fundraiser that involves recycling laser cartridges, inkjet toners, cell phones, and small electronics. Work with a company called Evolve Recycling, and what they do is they provide these boxes. We fill them up with these recyclable goods. They pay for shipping. We send it back, and there's a value for these goods, and 100% of the value of these goods gets donated right back to ACS. There's different size boxes available. Actually need to get with Shauna on that one. But basically the idea here is to contact Shauna, have her send you some boxes. You can get a limited amount of boxes. Give them to your friends, take them to work, give them to your dentist, have them fill them up, close the boxes, send it out. Shipping is free, once again, just wanted to mention that. Each box comes with a label, which is here, and the label will have your team's name on it, and that's how we track the proceeds that go to your team. And it's really that simple. The value of each item depends on what it is and the demand for the product. Toner can pay up to $10 per cartridge. A box like this carries 20 cartridges, so there's $200 right there per box. And there's real power as far as getting these boxes out everywhere and just kind of keeping the ball rolling with that, just following up with your friends or family or place of business. I currently have a box that's at my work, and my wife took a box to her place of work. So we're starting to get the ball rolling with that. It's pretty self-explanatory. I think step one is to get with Shauna, get your team signed up, have some boxes sent out to you guys. Just show of hands, who has done that? Okay, great. 4 teams. I think I saw a total of 6 teams. And we're going to add mine to that as well. I have boxes, but I'll go through you. Yeah, through the proper channels. And like I said, there's some money that can be made. It's just a matter of getting it going and just literally going to everybody and pinning them down and making sure they have a box at their house or wherever they feel like might be the best place. I know I'm short on time here, so questions?
What is an example of a small electronic?
Phone, MP3 player, one of those navigational items. I think I was asked if the clunky desktops can be sent back. Not really. There's really no use for those. Nice try. But that's an example of a small electronic. Old cell phones. Believe it or not, people get rid of those all the time. I gave an example last week. My nephew works at a local movie theater. And believe it or not, cell phones fall out all the time. And they have a policy where they hang on to them for something like 6 months. Nobody claims them. They just go dead. He has a box of them. I said, can I have some of those? Some of those are worth, they'll pay up to $20, $30 per cell phone. There's a secondary market, that people use to recycle the parts and refurbish things. So that's kind of where the money is generated from. So hopefully that explains that. Any other questions? I think I saw one back there, no? Okay. It's a pretty simple idea, pretty easy way to raise funds, and let myself or Shauna know if you have any questions.
All right, one other thing we're doing for all the teams, we're doing team challenges that are going to start from one meeting and end at the next meeting. And we're going to be posting them on Facebook. And we'll try to tell them at team captains meetings what it is. But when you guys fulfill the challenge, you'll be emailing us the results. And you get school. Oh, wrong. There. It'll be on the top. This challenge will be the 5 luminarias per team. If you sell those by next meeting, and you can basically email us or show proof at the next meeting that you sold them, you'll get credit. And each point will help you towards being the first, one of the group of first teams that will actually be choosing your campsite. So the more points you get, the better chance you get to be the first team. Okay.
Tell me a little bit about Luminaria.
In the box.
Okay, so if you guys don't know me, my name is Jackson. I'm the Luminaria and Activities person this year. And this would be my 4th relay, so I mean, I love relay. I'm really pumped about this year. It really is one of the most touching parts of relay for me, Luminaria. So we're looking for creative. We're looking for creative ways to sell them. I mean, market outside of like teams and people on teams, because I really think we could sell a lot of Luminarias this year, and it really, I mean, it shows our commitment to the cause. So, and I'm really competitive, so I want to beat CME, I want to beat Camarillo and Ventura and all those relays. So, but it really does. The Luminaria, it really does encompass, celebrate, remember, and fight back. So, if you have any questions, I'll give you my email. They're what, $10 and 3 for $25. So
There's more forms on the table, and
there's more forms on the table, and you can also do it online if you're an online person too.
And we need a whole bunch of volunteers the day of the event, so if you guys know anyone who wants to volunteer for Luminaria, activities, both, just let me know. So, thank you.
Before I open it up for questions, we talk about volunteering for the American Cancer Society. We talk about Relay for Life year after year, and many of us come to the event, do our fundraising, work hard, satisfy, move on. And for me, it's it's my 14th year volunteer with the American Cancer Society, and I do the same thing. I come here, do my best, go to the event, try to make an impact on people, and try to assist them in any way I can. And you always wonder, how does cancer touch somebody? And this is what I want to share with you tonight. Just a little bit about another chapter to my story, kind of. 14 years ago, when I started doing Relay for Life, it was like, this is a great program. We got to get involved, and I think we're going to make a big impact in the community. So as we get closer and closer in time, for me, 3 years when I came to Thousand Oaks, it was like, God, it's in my own community. I get to do Relay for Life. I'm going to enjoy it, because I've always enjoyed it. And for my story took a turn because a year and a half ago, my mom died of cancer. It was from the date she was diagnosed to her passing was 30 days. So she went very quick. And then last month, I got a phone call from my twin brother and says, I've got cancer. So it really changes quickly, and the dynamics of it go so fast, and you always wonder, what is it that drives people to do what they do? And for me, It was always about not celebrating my survivorship as a survivor, but it was always helping somebody else. And I share this with you because your story is so powerful and impactful that you really have the ability to move people. So as team captains, I just want to say thank you very much for what you do, because without you, Relay wouldn't be here today. Greta wouldn't be here talking about Look Good, Feel Better, because there wouldn't be any money to fund a program like that. And that all comes from Relay for Life events, because Relay for Life is the largest fundraising event that American Cancer Society has. So thank you very much. And we never want to go without going to a meeting and without saying thank you to you, because without you, we would not be here today. And I guarantee you, without you, I probably wouldn't be here today, or, in the condition I feel with my cancer. So thank you very much. And again, just to talk a little bit about thank yous, Veggie Grill, great food, so please help yourself with that. Last month, we were at a team captain meeting, and I was saying something to one of our team captains. And I said something like, we're talking about our committee. God, you'd be perfect to join our committee. And, if you want to bring some snacks. She says, oh, what do you do for your committee meetings for snack? I said, oh, we don't have anything. Because, it's important to have something for our team captains. So she said, well, I'm going to tap to my husband. Her name is Wendy Goldstein, and she got us a gift card from Sharky's. Exactly. So now at our committee meetings, we have Sharky's food. So if you want to, and I only say this because if you want to join the committee, you can eat well one day, come to our team captain meeting, and just eat great the second time around. So we just want to say thank you to Wendy, thank you to Sharky's. And then again, Movico, the theater house here, always great. Thank you, Movico. So that's all. Any questions from our team captains or anything that I can answer for you? Yes.
Are we going to do the baskets, the raffle baskets?
Yeah, the gift baskets. Yeah, we're going to talk about that next month, and we'll talk about it now. We'll go into a little more detail as we get closer, but each team is asked to bring a gift basket. And then we have a silent auction booth, and then all the money raised at the silent auction, I believe last year we raised somewhere in the area of $9,000. All that goes to the event, and I may stand corrected on that because do the teams get credit for, the teams get credit for your basket. So if you bring 2 or 3, I know last year there was a team that brought 5 gift baskets. And again, it's simple to do. Be creative. Go to where you locally shop and say, hey, we're putting together a gift basket for Relay for Life. Would you like to make a donation? And your theme could be almost anything. We're right here coming to summer months, so you can make it a summer gift basket, a beach blanket. And of course, without, being for the American Cancer Society, some suntan lotion in there and some protection and a hat or something like that, and put it together and make a real beautiful gift basket. So that's what we talk about. Each team is encouraged to bring one. We'll take 3 or 4 if you want. That's entirely up to your team. And again, we're not looking for anybody to go out there and buy something. We're looking for you to go out there and make contacts out in the community and get little things and put your gift basket together. And you'll find that some stores will go, we want to just give you a gift basket that we decorate, and that's fine. The only thing we ask is that no alcohol be in the gift basket or no certificates for alcoholic beverage. No wine, no beer, any of that. Everything else, free game. Any other question? So, true to my form, we've got 2 minutes for the raffle. So let's do it. Did everybody get a raffle ticket? So why don't we have Janet pull the ticket? So Janet, you're going to be drawing a ticket for, well, you can win. Wait, right, before you go, it's for a beautiful Relay for Life frame.
Oh.
No, you read it, John. All right. Pontia, you pick. This is for movie tickets and 2 popcorn coupons. April. For the movie tickets, if you have not seen Lone Survivor, I will only share this. As I watched the movie, I felt the pain. You've got to watch the movie to understand that. Oh, it was good. No, it was good. Okay, another beautiful Relay for Life picture frame. And I think this one may have my picture in it. May have, I'm not sure. Isn't that funny, April?
Right, 2, 5, 6, 9, 2, 3.
All right, Joaquin, all right. And the last one, movie tickets with 2 popcorns. Tickets.
2, 5, 6, 9, 4, 5.
Jackson, all right. Okay, we're at 7:30. I just want to say thank you very much. We will have a better turnout next month. I guess I will send a couple emails for more encouragement because we're already going to be in February. As we get into February, think about some fundraisers. You have Valentine's Day coming up. You have President's Day. You have some great ideas there. So give it some thought. And if any of you have any unique trinkets about Relay for Life from years ago, please bring it to us. What we're looking for is we're going to have a display here at the library about Relay for Life. It'll be in the center display inside the library in an encased cabinet. And we have a survivor pillow, a banner. We have a purple rose and things like that. So if you have something unique that you want to lend us for 30 days and we'll return it, we'd love to have it. So thank you very much for joining us. Have a great night. And please have some great veggie grill food and take some home with you.
And say cheese.
We have the banana back here. It's healthy. This is for my
Never